Um, this is for Hillary. I don't know what you and Matt's problems are. I mean, I know everybody's got problems. But I don't think Charlie and Callista have problem with grandmommy. And while I'm not using them as pawns, but I think you are. I think you keep telling me to get counseling, but I've had 30 years of counseling. Granted, if I'm manic, I may say things that are inappropriate. I just want you to have the freedom to live and make your own choices. I don't want you to be reliant on a husband for your monetary gain. I just don't. If that's toxic, it's the truth because I went through it. I went through stuff I never would have had to go through if I had money and could have gotten my own house with Jerry. And I wish I could help you financially so you'd have that freedom, but I don't. And Matt, he didn't have a role model father. How's he going to parent and be a good husband to you without a role model? And not that I'm critiquing him in any sort of way, whether it's good or bad. I'm just saying that's a fact. And if that makes me toxic, I guess I'm toxic. I do wish you guys the best. I wish you a happy marriage. And Hillary, you know, it's really funny because Nana could never admit the things she did incorrect. She just couldn't do it. And neither can Jennifer. They're both perfect. And they fit that role of a society that wants them to be perfect. And I've had so much counseling, and I'm like, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up here. I'm an artist. I do fucking crazy shit. I have good relations with Morgan, and Morgan lived with me during all kinds of mania and depression. And she just go, Mom, you're manic. I'm getting away from you. But for some reason, you, Hillary, are afraid of it. You can't deal with it, and the only way you can deal with it is in a text. I'm working on this international school, and I really like you guys to be part of my circle. And I'd like you to be able to handle it if I do get sick without just disengaging so much that it's emotionally abusive to say to me and throw these words that you're toxic or you're borderline or you're bipolar. That's not what those phrases are meant for. Those phrases are meant for sympathy. Like, oh, you're not. I have an OCD person in my life. I would never throw that at them in cruelty to hurt them because they do hurt. They can't help that they're OCD. That happens from childhood, and it could be you too. I don't know, Hillary. When things seem a little crazy and you start controlling stuff, it can be a hit, like a hit of endorphins and stuff like that, to make you feel better when things are crazy. I am a lot of a woman. I'm a lot of an artist, and I'm a lot of an intellect. So you bring a lot to the party as my child, and when I look in your face and I see those children's eyes in your eyes, I see your childlike eyes, and I see them looking at me with wonder. And then some reason you step away and you get so angry and you want to control me. You've never been, as a child, you can't control your parents, and as an adult, you can't control me either. And if you don't want me in your life, I mean, that's for you to make those decisions. I get that. I personally think I'm not a bad influence at time. Maybe not full time. You guys got to grow and do your thing and be your family. But I think in the periphery, having a grandmommy is really good for those kids because they feel loved, and I give them my undivided attention as a grandmommy. And even Nana, she went to NAMI. She to try to help herself cope with an illness, just like if it were like leukemia or brain cancer, like she had. It's an ongoing process to treat this illness that I have, and I'm up to it. I keep going to my doctor. I keep trying different medicines. I've had boyfriends when I was manic. They come visit me in the hospital. It's not as bad as all that, but Jennifer doesn't want, she can't. She's a control freak. She does not want to deal with stuff she cannot control. Although she did send me a Christmas card. And, that's issues from her childhood. I'm not going to call her any name. She just is Jennifer, and she's controlling. I guess for me, I have an intellect of things I've learned over the years. Plus, I love, I got these little point shoes for Callista. I don't even know if she got them. Did you? That is just cruel to her and to me to create a schism in my relationship with my grandkids. And I know it's cruel, and I know you're the one that needs counseling. And I know James and Morgan got a lot of counseling a few years ago. They got a lot of counseling. And if I screamed at you in the car, if I turned around and swatted you when you were acting up, oh, come on, Hillary. I gave you a pony. I mean, I did everything I possibly could to make your childhood happy. I really did. And it wasn't perfect, but you need to kind of get over yourself. You're not that smart yet. By the time you're 45 or 50, we'll talk. I'm fucking 53 years old. I've been through a lot of shit that you've never seen, and I'm here to protect you and your children from making stupid mistakes if I can. So, I mean, those are your mistakes to make, and having children when you're 20. Oh, Hillary, it's so tough. And I'm not ready to be a grandparent yet until I make it in the arts and I have money. I'm having a show at 1708, and that should get it more solvent, because then I'll be like, oh yeah, strings attached. I'll send you guys to China. You guys want some education. Grandmommy's going to put you up in China for 2 weeks. But you could treat me nicer. All I'm asking is, if you can't see clearly and you're blind, which you are, try to be kind. Just be kind to me. If I'm suffering an illness, be kind. And also be kind to your children and be kind to yourself. Quit with all this the hate and throwing names around like bipolar. I'm a human. I have my illness that I deal with, but you're not kind. And that's the thing that worries me the most. And Matt's not a kind person either. And also, like when he put up the gazebo, didn't you think a swing set? I mean, for the kids, give them something to do and have friends over. Do you even think? I mean, Jerry would have immediately put up a swimming pool and a swing set to keep the kids busy. And while he was in denial, being an alcoholic, and we all had to deal with that for years and years and years, I got to pick his nursing home. I could have put him in with a Vietnam vet, a guy that they could have drank together and they would have drank up all his money. But it was my choice. I found him a place where he'd be safe. He may not be that happy, but he's not drinking. Be careful who picks your nursing home, Hillary.